you're realizing your passion, and you mentioned
Mm,
that your wife was a part of that and you're
mm,
continuing forward.
mhm,
As you can you continue to make music that's uplifting, that helps people,
mm.
do you feel that she's blessing you from above in everything that you do?
Yeah, well, absolutely. I tell my daughter this often, that your mother has given her everything she needed. God saw fit to take her, but she's given my daughter everything she needed up until this point, and be grateful for that. The experience that I've had with her, um, the trials, the errors, the wins, the losses that we experienced, I do feel in some way, shape, or form that she is kind of making sure that everything is kind of working. She was much a organizer, and most women are painted in the butt with organizing stuff. But they're there just for that to happen. So, in some way, shape, or form, yes. But I give all praise and God and glory to God, um, for His covering and His hand that's orchestrating it. And of course, I honor her, but more than that, I just honor God for giving me the gift and the wisdom and knowledge to do what I do.
So take us through the impact that you want your music to have on the world. Like, what's your vision for your
Mhm.
music going forward now?
My vision is just plainly just putting positive energy in the airways. There's so many things going on, so many things absolutely ridiculous in this world. I think it's our responsibility as human beings that are healed, that have issues, but still press to put forth those positive energies into the world. The influence that I think or want to have in this world is that it creates change, that it creates a conversation. Even if you don't agree with somebody, you still, in my estimation, should love them based on where they are. It is okay to not like what people do, but normally, in most cases, it's not your business what they do. They do it because they want to. And until they're healed, until they're set free from every issue or any issue that they have, that's going to be their responsibility. As far as artistry is concerned, for me, it's important that as an artist, as a creator, that I'm not putting anything out in the airways that's going to cause more conflict. I want to make sure that I am an agent of change and that I'm going to contribute to that through the gifts that I'm blessed with.
How important is that for you to cultivate the type of change that you want?
Very much so. It's just a part of my fabric. I mean, they say you got to be in it to win it. You have to make sure if you're blessed with something that you didn't ask for. I didn't ask for the gift of music. It just kind of is a part of me. And I think if I am in the world, if I'm blessed with life, that it's a responsibility that I have as an artist and as a person blessed with it to kind of contribute to the greatness that the world could be if they not necessarily follow the way I'm thinking, but just kind of understand we have to respect women. We have to respect each other. I don't care the cultural differences. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what preference you prefer, whatever that is, however that is. It ain't none of my business, but it's my job to make sure I love you right through that stuff.
I know you mentioned that you're looking to bring back that R&B feel, and
Yeah.
for me, there is a time where R&B was my favorite genre of music. I'm
Yeah.
talking the Tanks, I'm talking early
Yeah.
Tyrese, I'm
Yeah.
talking Donnell Jones, I'm talking those guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Jaheim when he had the braids.
Yes, sir.
not ja- Maybe not
Yeah, now,
Jaheim so
now you
much
know.
now. Yeah, but Jaheim when he had the braids, right?
Sure, for sure.
So and there was like such a love for
Hmm.
women during that time. And I know looking back in retrospect that maybe a lot of men today feel like men were quote unquote simping for women, or they were putting themselves out there.
Hmm.
But it brings me back to that comedy show, The Kings of Comedy, when there's a joke
Hmm.
where he said, when Teddy told you to turn off the lights, you turned off the lights and you made romance,
The
right?
power.
Right? So when you look at that and you look at what
Hmm.
you're doing and you're saying that
Hmm.
you want to respect women, what's
Hmm.
maybe some of the ways that men can show their
Hmm.
respect for women? Maybe not only in the music, but in their day
Hmm.
to day life.
Day-to-day life, you have to understand, man, and I'm no relationship guru. I can just kind of give you information that I have learned over the years. And for me, women love communication. If you can communicate with women effectively, not just you know in in the boudoir, but if you can sit on the couch and have a conversation with her without ever expecting anything from her. I think that will get men a whole lot further. It's learn how to communicate. And sometimes I know sometimes men will say, well, she wouldn't let me communicate. Well, I would say this. See what her response is. Let her ask a question and you will answer it and just say, wait, baby, let me answer this question. It's communication. You know what I mean? Maybe that woman has been traumatized and maybe she was in a relationship that didn't allow her to communicate. Maybe that's what's the problem, whatever the problem is. But learn how to communicate. Also, learn how to be healed in your relationship. And when I say that, I mean this. Some men get into a relationship expecting a woman to heal them. That's probably the worst way to ever try to have a relationship. When you get into a relationship, make sure you're getting into that relationship for the right reasons. If you're not healed, you're going to more or less try to pull on that what she has, which is going to probably make her frustrated, and vice versa. If the woman is not healed and you are, you're going to pull. So you have to get into a wholesome relationships, healed individuals, and I don't know if I would say guarantee, but I think relationships will work a little better when those two elements are put together.
He said he's not the dating guru, but ladies and gentlemen, I am. So I 110% put my stamp of approval on what Kenny's saying today.